Hello, all my friends. Welcome back to the channel. My name is T, and this is my channel, Crumpets, Tea, and Sewing. I also go by that handle on Instagram. I'll put that handle here so that you can go over and check me out. Look for me with that handle and follow me on Instagram if you're not already following me. And if you have not subscribed to my channel yet, don't wait any longer. Go ahead and click that red subscribe button underneath this video. And yeah, subscribe to the channel. And if you find the content here enjoyable and you like the content, please make sure that you like this video. All right, so for today, I am going to be sharing with you a few things. The first is I want to tell you about this Black History Month Pattern Designers Challenge that I am an ambassador for. And in connection with that, I want to also tell you about the sewing makes that I'm going to be making throughout the month of February, because those sewing makes that I am planning are based on this challenge. And so without further ado, I'll go ahead, get into the video, tell you about the challenge. So I'll tell you what the challenge is. I'll tell you the theme of the challenge, and I'll tell you a little bit about the rules and the guidelines. The host of this challenge, there are two hosts, and the first is Natidea. She goes by Dane here on YouTube as well as on Instagram. I'll put her information in the description box below. And the second host for this challenge is Myra Lorraine, and she goes by Myra Lorraine here on YouTube, but on Instagram, she goes by @OneSoSweet. And so I'll put her information in the description box below as well. They also made videos for this challenge, and they go into greater detail than what I'm going to go into today about what the challenge is. They talk about the prizes, they talk about the sponsors, and so their videos are separated into two different segments or sections, if you will. Natidea talks about the challenge and what it is, what you can do, the guidelines and all that stuff, whereas Myra talks about the sponsors and the prizes and all that good stuff. So make sure that you check their videos out. And like I said, I'm just going to give you a quick walkthrough of what the challenge is about, because I want to encourage you to go over to their channels and watch their videos and learn more about the challenge from them themselves. So without further ado, I'll go ahead and tell you a little bit about the challenge, and then I'll tell you what I'm going to be doing, what I'm possibly going to be doing for the challenge. And make sure you comment below after I show you the patterns that I'm potentially going to make, and let me know your thoughts about which pattern you think would be best suited for this challenge for me. And yeah, so that'll help me out and kind of get me thinking as to what I should be doing with this challenge. All right, so without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and tell you what the challenge is. It's the BHM Pattern Designers Challenge, and we're using this hashtag for people who are participating in this challenge. So you would use this hashtag on Instagram with your photo. So when you upload your photo to Instagram, you would use this hashtag and also tag the two hosts at Myra Lorraine as well as Dane. So I said that wrong. So it's @OneSoSweet for Myra and @Dane for Natidea. So this BHM Pattern Designers, this hashtag, and also the name itself, it stands for Black History Month Pattern Designers. And it is this is a challenge that is dedicated towards Black pattern designers. And so throughout the month of February, we encourage you to select a pattern that has been made or designed by a Black designer. And so we all know that in the United States, throughout the month of February, we celebrate Black History Month. And so this is largely the reason why this challenge exists, is to celebrate Black pattern designers in the month of February when we celebrate Black History. So this is a really big challenge, and I really love participating in stuff like this. So while the purpose of this challenge is to celebrate Black pattern designers, it is open to everyone, no matter what your race, your gender, your nationality, where you live in the world. It's open to everyone, and it is also open internationally. So if you are in the UK, you could participate. If you're in Australia, you could participate, you know, China, wherever. It's open worldwide. So yeah, so that's largely what the challenge is about. The theme this year, they didn't have a theme last year, but this year they do have a theme, and I absolutely love it. It's a really nice theme. It is basically who inspires you in fashion and style. So basically, you're going to take your pattern from a Black pattern designer, and you're going to create that pattern based on a style or fashion of someone in it doesn't have to be in the sewing community. It could be a celebrity, it can be, you know, a neighbor, it can be someone that you work with, it can be anyone who inspires you in style and fashion, and you're going to basically create your garment based on that individual who inspires your creative fashion sense. So yeah, so this is a really great opportunity for those of you who are not used to doing something like this, for you to step outside your comfort zone and for you to take part in something that you would normally not take part in, and just go ahead and step out there and see what you can create and what you can do in this type of element. All right, so for the challenges and rules, there are three rules for this challenge. The first is you must tag Natidea at So Natural Dane and Myra Lorraine at One So Sweet on Instagram. And you must use the hashtag BHM Pattern Designers. And I'll put that here again in the video so you know what that hashtag is. So you must do this in order for your entry to count. The second rule is you must use a pattern from a Black pattern designer. So I will give you some examples of pattern designers that count, and then there are some that won't count. So for example, Mimi G, her patterns don't count because she identifies as Puerto Rican, okay? But Kalia Ali would count because she is African American and she identifies with being African American. Natidea and Myra gave the ambassadors some information on it's a wealth of information of a lot of Black pattern designers out there, the different patterns that they have out there. And it's not an all-inclusive list, but it is a really generous list. And so I will make sure that I put that here in the video at the end of the video. So stay tuned for that. And I'll also put links to everybody, including myself, Instagram accounts, because you can find a lot of that information on Instagram in our highlights as well. So make sure you tune in to the end of my video so you can see that information on the Black pattern designers, and then also go over to our Instagram accounts and check out our Instagram accounts and look at the highlights, because many of us are posting that stuff in our highlights. Also, I'm not the only ambassador for this challenge. I'll make sure that I put all the ambassadors in the bottom of this video as well. You don't have to tag all of us ambassadors for the challenge in order for your entry to be accepted. Just make sure you tag Natidea and Myra. The third, and this is probably the most important, well, I wouldn't say that, but it is an important rule. Your garment, your handbag, your knitting project, anything that you make, anything that can be sewn, must be posted between the 1st and the 29th of February. Natidea and Myra will both select the winners the first week of March, and they will announce the winners here on YouTube as well as on Instagram as well. So as far as the prizes and the sponsors, again, I want you to go over to Myra's channel, check her channel out, and she'll tell you in great detail about the sponsors and the prizes associated with the challenge. And then even check Natidea's channel out as well. I did cover quite a bit in regards to what is the challenge about, the theme and the guidelines, but Natidea goes into great detail about it as well. So that's basically what the challenge is. So I'm going to go ahead and get into the part of the video where I tell you what I'm going to be doing for the challenge, possibly, and show you a few of my patterns that I have selected for the challenge. And again, make sure that you tell me in the comment section below which one of these patterns you like the best and what you think I should make for this challenge. So without further ado, let me go ahead and show you what I plan to make. Okay, so I have 5 patterns here. 3 of them are from Keira, and then I have one from Mrs. Jador, and then one from Tracy Reese. I did make so last year, so this is the second year that this challenge is being hosted. And last year I made a Tracy Reese pattern, and I'll pop an image of the picture here of the pattern itself as well as of my garment, so you can see what that looks like and what I did. I really liked that garment. However, I did have to make a few adjustments to it. That pattern called for a lining, and there were some funky things going on inside the garment, and I didn't quite like the way in which it wrapped around my neck, and which is really funny because that's one of the main reasons why I purchased the pattern, because I really like the detail, the pleat detail in the shoulder, and also the asymmetrical neckline. I really did like it, but I guess after I finished the garment and I put it on, I just didn't like it as much as I thought that I would. But the pattern itself is really great, but it's not something that I think that I would actually like on myself. But I did like this Tracy Reese pattern, and I purchased it last year because I was going to make it for the challenge, but I just didn't get a chance to make it. It is the Vogue V1433, and it's an easy pattern. Basically, it's a dress that has princess seams, a V-neck, and a gathered skirt. And in the back, it has an exposed zipper. And you can put little, like a little fringe or tassels or something like that on the exposed zipper. So I thought that was really cute. It also features pockets, which is also really cute. And the reason why I wanted to do this last year is because it's a dress that, again, it has princess seams. And so it will be really nice, and you can get that shaping on the side of your body, but also because it's a short sleeve. And I thought, well, I could always put a sweater on during the spring and the winter months and the summer and fall, I can just take off the cardigan or the sweater or whatever and just wear it as is. And I felt like it would serve, depending on what kind of print or solid I choose, that it would serve as a really nice all around, you know, year-round dress. You can also make a petticoat. It gives you instructions on how to make a petticoat to go underneath the dress, which I thought is really nice. So that's another reason why I wanted to make it as well. The zipper for it goes in the back. It's down the center back. So I don't know. This is a dress that I'm thinking again about making. I just ordered some fabric from Minerva Crafts, and this is a sponsored piece from Minerva, and it's really nice, very spring-like. It's like a peachy pink color with floral designs all over the fabric. And so I should be getting that in about another week, and that's basically when this challenge is going to be starting. So I thought I could do that with this, and it would be wonderful. Now I requested 3 yards of fabric from Minerva. This calls for 3 3/4 if I do dress. Oh, there's only one view. There's only one dress view. So I mean, 3/8 of a yard isn't that much. So if I shorten the dress, I can still get away with just 3 yards of fabric. So I'm thinking about this, to use this for the challenge as well as for my Minerva make. So you let me know what you think about that. Now for the McCall's M7880 by Mrs. Jador. This is a pattern. It's a mother-daughter pattern of PJs. This is an average pattern, and as you can see, you will make a button-up, loose-fitting top for your PJ top, and for the bottoms is some loose-fitting pants, but it has pockets and an elasticized waist as well. You also have a choice. There's a view B. For the child's version, it has a hoodie. Okay. Now for the adult version, it's just a collar on the shirt, and then you have that facing, that winged facing. But for the child, it has a hoodie, and let me show you on the back side so you can see here. Yeah, so for the child version, there's a hoodie and also elasticized at the waist as well as at the ankle. So it's a really nice pattern. I don't have a little girl that size anymore, so I selected this pattern for myself, and I'll show you the fabric that I'm thinking about using. So I'm going to either use that same fabric that I was talking about, that I was going to use for the Tracy Reese pattern that has the pink peachy background with a floral design, or I'm going to use another fabric that I purchased from Joann Fabrics not too long ago, and I'm going to show you that here in a moment. Okay, I'm back, and this is the fabric that I thought about using for this challenge for the McCall's M7880. It's a really gorgeous fabric. It just has really it's a multicolored fabric that is a one-directional print. The third option that I am looking into, this is McCall's M7727, which is a pattern by Keira. And it's an average pattern as well. And it's a very loose fitting dress slash top that has inverted pleats in the back. It has a back yoke. It also has a front yoke, sleeves. It's a high-low top or dress. It's really, really nice. It has a collar as well, and also a sash. You can make a sash to go with it as well. So this is something that I thought about making as well. I wanted to make this last year, but I didn't make it last year either. So we'll see. All right, so the next pattern by Keira is a really nice long maxi dress. Actually, it has 3 different variations. This is McCall's M7743. And as I stated before, it has 3 different variations. So variation A falls above the knee, as you can see, as shown by, you know, how the model is wearing it. And then variation C and B, they are longer dresses. The only difference between C and B are the sleeves. So for view B, there are really wide raglan sleeves. And then for view C, there are dolman sleeves. So it's a little bit of a difference for the bodice portion, but it's a really nice loose fitting dress. And I thought this would be just a really nice dress to wear to church. And I'm trying to increase my church wardrobe. So that's one of the reasons why I was potentially selecting that one. Now I am really, really, really thinking about going with this next pattern here. This is McCall's M7985, another pattern by Keira. And this one has, I want to make sure I get this right, 4 different variations. So you have 3 variations of a top or a dress type thing and 1 variation of a pair of pants. So let me show you here. So as you can see here, you have, like I said, 3 different variations of a top. This top right here, which one is that? I think that one's C, view C. If you make that front a little longer, you can make it into a dress. But most of these are tops, but you can alter it to make a dress as well. And that's one of the reasons why I was kind of looking at that as well. I like all of those views, and I haven't decided quite yet what I want to make, but I like all of those different views. I don't know about the pants though. I haven't decided about those, but I do like the tops. And I think that I think I might make view A, which is the shorter version of the peplum style top. And like I said, I haven't decided if I'm going to make the pants yet, but I may. So that's what I'm thinking about making, is this one here. But again, I want your vote, and I want you to tell me what you think I should make for this challenge. Oh, and also at the end of the video, I will also include, in addition to the information that Natidea and Myra has provided for the ambassadors to share, I will also share a few patterns that would qualify for entry into this challenge. There are a few out there. Most of them are out of print, but you can buy them on eBay, Etsy, and even Amazon. So I will go ahead and make sure that I put a lot of that at the end of the video as well. So that way you know what to look for and you can get a jump start on on ordering some of these things so that you can get your pattern and get to work. All right, so that's basically all that I have. I am thinking about a few more patterns by Tracy Reese. And as soon as I know anything more, I will let you know. There's another thing that I need to work on as well, but this does not have anything to do with the challenge itself. I am going to be making the Simplicity 8418, which is this bomber jacket. And I know I told you guys last month that this was on my list for last month, and I just didn't get around to doing it because I was hosting the suit challenge, which is going well, by the way. And if you are participating in that, the suit challenge, the Sew Suit Up challenge, we're coming to an end. And so just make sure that you get all your stuff in by the 31st. We only have a few more days for that. And you just go over on Instagram and you tag me at Crumpets and Sewing, as well as Andrea at Andrea Naturally on Instagram, and you use the hashtag Sew Suit Up. But this is something else that I'm going to be working on, and I'm actually going to get working on this sometime this week and also throughout next week, because me and my lovely friend are going to be posting our reveals pretty soon. So I'm definitely going to get working on that. So those are the things that I am working on or considering to work on throughout the month of February. So I am thankful for you for tuning in for today, and I hope that you have a blessed week. And stay tuned for my next video. I'll be talking about the Sew Suit Up challenge and what I made for the Sew Suit Up challenge, and I can do my reveal and let you see the different garments that I made for the challenge. And I'm hoping to get that video up this week. And until then, stay creative, everyone.